In this video, I'm going to guide you through a very simple but very powerful Qigong routine for cultivating Qi, boosting your energy level, clearing your mind, relieving stress, and getting high naturally. Hey guys, I'm Jonathan White. I'm here to help you master your sexual energy so you can magnetize your ideal life. Check out my free energy boosting secrets training program in the link below. So before we get into the practice, I think it's important to understand what exactly we're trying to accomplish with Qigong. So Qigong is not just, it's not just a physical exercise. The purpose of it is not to, stretch out, to exercise the tendons, to circulate blood throughout the body. These happen naturally as a side effect, but the primary purpose of Qigong is to cultivate Qi. Just as the name implies, it's energy work. We're directly working with the energy channels of the body. So it's important to understand that that is our primary goal, because if you only focus on the more superficial aspects, that our scientific minds like to paste onto this practice, like increasing blood circulation, moving lymph fluid, moving the tendons, increasing joint mobility, getting into the parasympathetic state, you will limit your overall practice. Though these things do happen naturally as a byproduct, when you focus purely on energetic cultivation, you get the most powerful benefits from this practice. And when you approach it with this understanding, then you liberate your practice. So having said that, let's step into the practice. So we'll get into our Qigong practice. So just find a comfortable place where you can stand in place. You don't need a whole lot of space, just gonna be moving your arms around. So we'll begin by shaking out. So just shaking out the body. This helps to get the blood flowing, get the Qi flowing, open up the joints, clear any stagnant energy, get things moving. If you sit down a lot, then the energy in the body becomes stagnant. The blood does as well. So we're just shaking everything out, warming up for our Qigong practice. Just notice where you feel stuck, what feels stiff or tight in the body, and just shake that out. Shaking out the legs, the arms. All right, then we'll do some warm-up exercises. We're gonna open up all the joints of the body so that we're prepared to do some deeper energy work. So opening up the hip and the knees. So just rotate on the ball of the foot, the right foot here. So we're just making these circular motions. The knee comes forward and out and in. Really focus on getting an opening in the groin area here. This is the qua. Feel that loosening up, opening up. Do about 20 of these. And then the other side. Taking some deep breaths as you're doing this. Then we'll open up the hips. So place the hands on the hips, come back out into a wider stance, and rotate the hips around, making circles with the hips. Really taking your time, nice, slow, really feeling a stretch here in each direction. Feel the lower back opening up. Remembering to breathe as you do this. And go the opposite direction. And come back to center. Let's just stretch out the side body. So one arm straight up and over, bending over as much as is comfortable. Taking some deep breaths into that side body, stretching up. And then the other side. Coming back up. We'll open up the arms, the joints in the arms and the shoulders. So we're going to just kind of gently raise the shoulders a bit, raise the elbows, and then the wrists come out last and kind of flick. And then sink the elbows, the shoulders, the palms come in facing the body. So we kind of make this circular movement. Just feel the elbow joint, the shoulder joint, the wrists opening up. The joints are the most common places where we experience energy blockages, stagnance, inflammation, So it's good to warm up and open up the joints before we go into deeper chi work. All right, come back to center. Let's just do a quick neck stretch. So right ear comes towards the right shoulder, left palm faces the earth, and just stretch. Take a few deep breaths here. Feel a nice stretch in the neck, shoulder area. And then the other side, left ear to left shoulder, right palm stretches down, stretching that hand down gently. All right, then if you can, we're gonna come down to a bit of a squat here. So come into a wider stance and just squat down here, opening up the hips. Taking some deep breaths. If you can, come all the way down. If you can't, that's okay, but you wanna work towards eventually being able to do a full squat. Just feel those hips really opening up. And come back up. All right, and then from here, we're going to do a waist swing. So we're gonna shift the weight from side to side. So a bit of a wide stance, and we're just moving the waist, turning side to side, shifting the weight as well. And let the arms just be completely limp. And they'll naturally start to slap against the body as you increase your momentum. But keep the arms completely relaxed, completely limp. You can coordinate your breath with the movement or just let the breath be natural. It doesn't really matter. But this really brings a lot of circulation through the body, warming up. And come back to center. All right, so now we're gonna move into our energetic work. First of all, just standing in a comfortable stance, feet about shoulder width apart. Bend the elbows here so the palms face straight forward. And place your mind in your palms. Then feeling the knuckle joint of each finger where the finger meets the hand. Just place your mind in that area and feel like the fingers are expanding. Feel that joint's lengthening, expanding. And that you're expanding your awareness beyond the tip of your fingers. So it's almost like these beams are starting to extend from your fingertips. Just using your feeling awareness. You're not visualizing it, you're feeling that in your body, expanding your awareness. So it's like you're beaming energy through the fingertips. And then taking this, we're going to comb through the body. So you kind of bend down here and bring those fingertips through the toes, not physically touching the body, but just feel like we're combing energetically through the body. Keeping your awareness in the fingers, penetrating your body with your awareness, combing up through the body, through the head, through the face. And then we're going to release down to the earth with a puh sound. Puh! So we gather up all this old stagnant chi from the body and release it down to the earth again. Combing out the body, scooping up. Really feeling into the body. It's like you're combing out all these energetic cobwebs, debris, all the sludge, releasing it, giving it back to the earth. Don't need it anymore. If we want to cultivate chi, first we have to make room for it. We have to clear out the old patterns, our old emotions, old blockages. One more time. All right, so now we're going to come into our main Qigong posture, standing posture. We're gonna do a little bit of a standing meditation here to kind of connect in. So feet should be beneath the shoulders, about shoulder width apart. You can experiment with different widths, but generally you want your feet right under your shoulders. Insides the feet facing straight forward, so the feet are parallel together. Actually, it's the second toe of each foot you want facing directly forward. And from here, just stand up straight, kind of lock your knees out. Feeling like you're standing up nice and tall. Just let the arms completely relax, go limp. Feel like there's like a string or a cord attaching to the crown of your head, and it's suspending your head above. So it's like this subtle upward force, not physically lifting your head up, but just feeling like it's being suspended from above. You want to keep that feeling throughout. So we're going to start to sink down into our posture. So relax the shoulders, relax the chest, relax the shoulder blades, and then you'll really release this waist area. Just let it go completely relaxed. Feeling like this starts to lengthen here. Feel the tailbone sinking down. This will cause your knees to slightly bend. So it's almost like you're going to sit down, but you're just releasing internally the waist area. So really feeling this release downward. Feel the tailbones lengthening. The belly's sticking out. That's okay. We want to be relaxed here. And for now, just let the arms be limp against the body. And just really focusing on relaxing all tension through the body. So it's like you feel like your body's made of honey. It's just dripping down. The tissues, the muscles are just melting off the bones, sinking down into the earth, through your legs into the earth. This is known as sung. Sung is it's a state of releasing all tension that is not completely necessary to hold ourselves upright. Releasing this acquired tension that's often related to emotional blockages, psychological blockages. So this is our opportunity to let go and step back into our power. Feeling above the crown of the head, just a little bit here. There's this energetic center here. Just bring your awareness here. Just feel like it's almost like this valve being opened up, and the chi from above, from the heavens, starts to sink down like water through the crown of the head. Feel the crown relaxing, opening up. And it starts to melt down the front of the head, the face, relaxing the face, down the sides of the head, the back of the head, releasing, relaxing. Feel the jaw relax. Feel this. At this point, you can gently let the elbows just float away from the body just a little bit. Keep your shoulders relaxed, but just a bit of space between the arms and the body. Also gently lengthen the fingers, extend them without tension. And then continuing this wave of relaxation down the neck, the throat, down the shoulders, down the arms. Feel them relaxing. Again, feeling that the tissues are just melting off the bones. You feel them start to lengthen, opening the joints through the elbows, forearms, wrists, and fingers. Feel the chest relax and release. Shoulder blades. Bring your awareness to the shoulder blades and feel like they're melting down the back. And as you do this, you'll notice your elbows start to sink down a bit more once you really release the shoulder blade area, the scapula. Feel the belly relaxing, releasing. Just let it hang out. The sides of the body sinking down. Feel the lower back sinking down, releasing the tailbone. Straightening the spine. Relaxing the butt muscles, relaxing the thighs. Even though you're holding yourself upright, just see how much you can relax the thighs and the glutes as you're standing here. It takes active engagement, mental engagement in the body. Just feeling like the tissues are expanding and lengthening a bit. Releasing through the knees, the calves, through the ankles, through the feet, and into the earth. And then feel like you're releasing through the earth. So all tension is melting out of the body through the feet into the earth. And feel like there's these roots extending from your feet deep into the earth. And you can imagine how complex the root system of a tree is. You start to feel like that's what you're developing here in the earth. So you're releasing from your upper body all this tension. We're usually holding up our shoulders, puffing out our chest. You're releasing all that into the lower body, developing this lower body consciousness, developing a root into the earth to stabilize you so you can draw up that earth power. This is what really gives you true power and connection. And just feeling this connection to the heavens above, the heavenly chi, connection to earth below, grounding that. And just feel these forces. As humans, we're a bit of a bridge between these heavenly and earthly forces. And by connecting into them, we step into our true power, our true potential. Actively releasing any tension as it arises. And from here, we're ready to do some Qigong movements now. So this was our standing meditation practice known as Zhan Zhuan. Gets us in the zone, gets us connected. And this is how we really want to function, how we want to get into our movements. This is kind of our baseline, this releasing and connecting, right? So it's good to go through this as you begin your practice. And now we will move into the first movement. So first, just hold this engagement and I'll show you the first movement. It doesn't look like much. Looks like you're just raising the arms, lowering them down, but we're doing this with internal engagement. So instead of just lifting the arms up and using muscular tension, see if you can release a bit more internally. So you release more tension. So it's like you're made of water and you're just emptying down into the earth, and feel like that's causing the arms to raise up. It's like this upward current starts to rise as you release into the earth, and you're resting on that. The arms come all the way up. And then when you get up here, it's like your hands are resting on a ball and it starts to deflate. So feel the elbows start to release, the shoulders release, the palms float down. So now we're moving with chi when you really get this internal engagement. So again, release into the earth, relax, hands come up, relax more, release more, they come all the way up. Release the elbows, release the shoulders, resting on a ball, it's deflating, coming down. And on this next one, notice your shoulder blades, your scapula. See if you can keep them relaxed as you do this. Feel like they're sinking down, keeping the shoulders relaxed as you go through this movement, sinking down. So we have these counter forces happening. We're sinking our chi into the earth, but spontaneously it causes this earth chi to rise back up, and we're able to just rise the arms up on that current. It's a bit subtle. You know, this is what the internal practices are about, but when you really get it, you feel it. You feel that chi moving through your arms, your hands, your whole body eventually. You can inhale as you come up, release and come up. Exhale as you release the arms down. Really any breathing pattern that feels comfortable for you. Release. So let me kind of exaggerate what's happening internally. It feels like this. It feels like you're sinking down and raising up. But you don't want to do that physically. Internally, it's this release. So it's kind of creating this toroidal field. You release down your center line, release the tension, and it causes this peripheral rise of chi. And you're just kind of riding on that with your arms. It's like we're gathering up the chi of the earth, bringing it into our center, to the lower dantian, which is the belly center. Again, see how relaxed you can be as you do this. Constantly feeling like you're sinking into the earth, that feeling of being made out of honey. You're just melting down, even as you're raising up. The shoulders will want to rise up, but keep them relaxed by focusing on the shoulder blades, feeling them sink down. Do this a couple more times. So we're kind of creating a new neural network for ourselves. Instead of just moving with a disconnected physical tension in one part of the body, we're connecting the whole body, sinking and moving together, moving with chi instead of physical tension. Opening up the channels of the body. All right, come back to Wuji after your next movement. And the next one, we gather straight up. So same thing, internal releasing, sinking. Now we gather straight up and forward. Bring the arms up. You just bend the elbows. And it's like the hands are resting on a ball. And again, the elbows release, shoulders release, hands floating down, resting on that chi ball. I'll show you from the side. Sink. Arms come up and forward. Bend the elbows, keep the shoulders relaxed. Again, it's like your hands are resting on a ball, deflating down. Again, notice where you start to tense up. Notice where you're tense in the body and see if you can make it more effortless, more effortless. Trust in the chi field to hold your body up instead of using physical tension. It's almost like there's strings connected to your arms and they're being lifted up and you can just relax. The more you relax, the more the chi will flow. Tension is what disrupts the flow of chi through our bodies. Once you get into the flow with this one, you can feel like you're gathering up the sun, this bright, radiant chi ball. Just moving it through the body, Feel that charging up, nourishing every cell of the body. And another point, as you're doing this, once you get into the flow, you can focus on this point on the wrist. There's this wrist crease here right in the center. It's called the Daling point. This is a hot spot for engaging chi flow through the arm. So if you focus on your mind on this area while maintaining all the other internal mechanics, then it starts to really bring some chi through the arms. You'll start to feel it pretty tangibly with some practice. Oh, sorry, I'm doing the wrong movement. Gathering up the front, down the center, charging the whole body with this fresh chi that we're gathering. Relaxing the mind, relaxing the body. Remembering to keep the shoulders relaxed, feel the scapula sinking down the back, everything melting down towards the earth. Just do a couple more. And come back to our neutral position. This is known as Wuji position. It's reestablishing the connections, sinking down, releasing everything. Connecting to earth, connecting to heaven. All right, for this next one, come and do just a bit of a wider stance here. So we're going to be kind of sitting down into our posture a bit more. And the palms come together like you're holding a ball between them. Elbows, this bend in the elbows here. So a bit of a wider stance, and kind of sit down into it a bit so that there's a bend in the knees. You don't want your knees to go farther than the tips of your toes. It's too low, so just be mindful of that. You don't want to hurt your knees. So from here, we're going to inhale and expand. So you kind of push your feet into the earth gently, expanding up, and feel like there's this ball between the hands. It's opening, it's pushing your arms open. Keep the shoulders relaxed, and you open up. And then sink back down. Exhale. And with Qigong breathing, you want the breath to be very effortless, very quiet, in and out through the nostrils. You don't want to force the breath, just allow it to be natural. It's more like you want the movement to follow your natural breathing rather than trying to contrive the breath. This is not, yogic pranayama where we do this loud breathing. This is a very gentle, effortless, very water-like breath quality. So really relaxing, feeling this expansion and contraction in all directions. So we're sitting down, relaxing everything, opening up. And there's a subtle opening and closing in the joints as well. We're pulsing chi through the whole body. I'll show you this from the side. And it's feeling like there's this ball that your arms are resting on. That's what's opening and closing them. You kind of use that feeling to be able to relax more. So instead of feeling like you're raising up your arms, you just feel like they're completely relaxed and they're just simply being pushed open and closed. So that allows you to release a bit more. And this one, you can hold your awareness in the lower dantian area, which is in the belly center, just below the navel and in the very middle of the body. And just feel this expansion from there as you open, and a contraction back to that center as you close. Feeling like the movement is originating in the Dantian center. You start to feel the chi circulating. You might feel some tingling sensations, some electrical buzzing, almost a hydraulic fluid type sensation moving through the body. All kinds of sensations you might feel. You may feel nothing in the beginning. That's fine. That's totally normal. Don't worry about it. But the more you practice, the more you're able to relax and really anchor your mind within your body, to really feel your body, the more you will feel the chi flowing. Really just a matter of cultivating it. All right, let's come back to our Wuji position, feet under shoulders. And we'll do one last Qigong movement here. So this one's going to work with the Microcosmic Orbit, the main energy channel which runs up the back of the body, down the front. So place the tongue gently against the roof of the mouth, just behind the front teeth. In fact, you should be doing that throughout all of Qigong practice. I forgot to mention that, but it's not a huge deal. Just make sure from now on you keep your tongue on the roof of the mouth when you practice. So right hand comes about the level of the level of the throat. Left hand is about near the groin area. A bit of space between the arms and the body. Make sure your elbows aren't lifted up like this. Relax the elbows, relax the shoulders. Effortlessness. And from here, we're going to make circular motions. So the top hand comes out and down as the left hand lifts up. Left hand's going to come up to about forehead or crown level. And then the upper hand comes out and down. The inner hand comes in and up. So we just make the circular motion. With the hands. We're guiding the chi through the orbit. Feeling the palms, you can feel that Daling center on the palms, the inner wrist point. Keeping the body relaxed. Make sure you're not really lifting up your shoulders and elbows as you do this, feeling effortless. And once you kind of get in the flow with this, you can start to guide the chi with your mind as well. So just pick one hand to follow. So let's say I'm following my right hand. As it comes down, I place my awareness in the front of the body, and the area of the body that it's in front of, I just kind of drag my awareness along that line, front of the body. When it comes down to the bottom, place my awareness to the perineum, hand comes in and up. Now I bring my awareness up the back of the body, up the spine. Comes all the way up, bring my awareness to the crown of the head, and then down the forehead, and again, down the front of the body. So just feeling that circulation of chi being guided by the hands. And then once that feels comfortable, you start to really get that focus going following one hand, which you want to work at that for a little while. But once you really have that, you can start experimenting with both hands, feeling two areas. So feeling the energy descending and ascending at the same time. That's a bit more complex. Don't worry too much about that. Just something you can include in the future. Make sure you're maintaining all the engagements. Shoulders are relaxed. The chest is relaxed down. Shoulder blades sinking down. Belly's relaxed. And the tailbone is sinking down towards the earth. Not sticking the butt out, but allow it to sink down. And really with all these exercises, you can do them as long as you want. You can do each one for several minutes. The longer you do them, the more you kind of get into the zone and start to really feel the energetic effect of them. But you can start with, a minute or two and just build up as you strengthen your practice. A couple more repetitions of this. And make sure you keep that gentle engagement of the fingers throughout your practice. So you don't want your fingers just limp and dead, but you don't want them really, overly tense. Just a nice, gentle engagement helps to keep your mind anchored in the hands, keep some chi flowing through them. The hands guide the chi. All right, coming back to Wuji position. And we're just going to stand here for a moment, just as we began, sinking down to the earth, feeling connected up to heaven, just releasing any sort of internal manipulation, just feeling the body, listening in. You feel like your mind is absorbing into the body like a sponge. You're just feeling the body, just feeling, not trying to manipulate, just feeling, observing. It's this ting jin, this quality of listening energy. We're listening, observing in to the body. Just allowing the energy to consolidate and move as it needs to now to finish. All right. And then we'll finish just closing the practice by a little self-massage, chi massage. So rub the hands together, warming them up. And rub the face. So up the bridge of the nose, down the sides of the face. Rubbing the ears. Patting I like to use loose fists to pat the arms, inside and outside. And this helps you just to kind of open up the body and absorb the chi that we've cultivated in our practice. So it helps to kind of digest and store it in the body. Chest. Abdomen, massaging all the internal organs, intestines, the stomach, sides of the body. And then the lower back, kidneys and adrenals. And then finally, the legs. So I like to come down both sides of one leg and the front and back. Both legs. All right, then to close the practice, just place your hands on the belly. I just feel like there's energy collecting here in the belly center, the lower dantian. And just become aware of the field of chi around your body. It's like your own kind of bubble in space. And just feel that you've strengthened the quality of this. See a white, energetic field around you. Feeling that the energy you've cultivated is strengthened your being, making you more magnetic, more balanced, more happy and energized. And you can set any intention into your energy field right now. Something like only that which will serve me and allow me to grow may enter this field. Or something you want to bring into your life. Just focus on that for a moment. What do you want to do with this energy? All right, so that is a really, really solid Qigong practice. If you do that every day, I guarantee you will notice enhanced energy, better clarity of mind, but you'll start to really feel the chi in your body as you do it. So this is a really, really fantastic practice with so many benefits to your health, your ability to stay balanced in a chaotic world. So I love Qigong. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed the routine. Please subscribe to my channel, give this video a like, and let me know in the comments below, what did you feel when you did this practice? All right, have a great day, my friends.